So just me and Zane. Zane's on the other side of the camera this week.
I know, it's so crazy.
Why?
I like when I see the camera in front of me, it just feels so real. Almost uncomfortable, actually. It's like,
Bright
you guys do this
lights.
every week?
Yeah. So you like being on this side?
On this side?
Yeah.
No, I like being on that side.
Oh, you prefer that side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good then. So fight week, Caitlin's in Abu Dhabi right now. She left yesterday. She was like the last person on the card to be there. I saw a lot of people were commenting, like, you're still not in Abu Dhabi? She was like wrestling yesterday. But I think it just works for her. Like, some people, it was really funny because the one day there's it was pretty viral. I don't know if you saw it, but Charles Oliveira was walking a lion. He was at like a kingdom and he had like a real lion.
In Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. He was like walking a lion and it was like playing with lions and
That's
stuff.
crazy, man.
So Caitlin sent me that and she was like, they're doing this. I just returned an air fryer to Costco.
I saw her text that you posted on your story.
Yeah.
She's like, I slept 10.5 hours and watched The Star Is Born again.
It's like so perfect. Like really encapsulates her because you're flying like across the world, which a lot of people find stressful.
Yeah.
And then you're flying across the world to like fight like one of the best people in the world on the biggest card of the year.
Yeah.
And she slept 10.5 hours and didn't even wake up.
I think it's also very fitting that her name in your phone is like Blonde Fighter.
Yeah.
Not like no like pet name, not even like Babe, just like Blonde Fighter.
Yeah.
And the goat emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny,
She
right?
is crazy. It's really weird, like knowing you guys like I do, because everyone else is like starstruck when I like bring you guys up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Her.
No, dude, you too.
Why?
Maybe on like a shorter like circuit, like a regional circuit, but people are like, you train with Kyle Serm?
Yeah.
I have his instructional.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe more people will buy it.
Yeah, dude, people are buying it every day.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever she does something like that, will like post or say something like about, oh, I just slept 10 hours, then I watched a movie. Like, oh, fuck, I wish my like mind worked like hers.
Me too.
Yeah, I won't sleep at all
before a match, like
No,
day
like
before a match.
but on a plane too.
On a plane?
Like, I don't ever really sleep.
I can't either.
I'm always like annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I bring the neck pillow with me to try to sleep, but it's never comfortable enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. In economy too? Was she in economy?
No, she upgraded. She had space.
Oh, I don't actually never been in business class, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the fight card is pretty good. You're not like a super MMA fan, but
No.
this really is like the best fight card almost like I've ever seen. But there's really 7 fights that I kind of just want to touch on for a little bit. And like I feel like all 7 of them could be main events in if they were on different cards. If they spread it out, it would be like 7 different main events. So Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady. That's like the main event of the undercard. A lot of people were saying, oh, that should have been on the main card instead of Caitlin's. But I think they put like a feature spotlight fight on as like the main event on the undercard, just so people are like more like pumped up and excited about it, and then buy the main card. But so that fight's really cool. I'm really excited about that. Both guys are super good grapplers. I've trained with Sean Brady like once or twice at Henzo's years ago, but he's an incredible grappler. I mean, he beat Craig Jones
I was just
in
thinking
jiu-jitsu.
that. Yeah.
So he's got to be like one of the best guys in the UFC at jiu-jitsu.
100%. I mean, there was no heel hooks, so
yeah, no heel hooks.
Yeah.
No heel hooks is a big difference.
Yeah, huge difference. Yeah.
Because the whole game changes.
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah. Now, like, Sean can just stay on the outside, or he could just like try
or
to
just stay on
smash.
top too.
Yeah.
Smash, right?
Yeah. But that's still like very
still very
impressive.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot there's no heel hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you didn't tell me that.
Is Bilal Muhammad Muslim?
What do you think?
I hope so.
Yeah, of course.
I think I gotta put money on him now.
Well, I like Sean Brady.
I like Sean Brady too, but how often do you see a Muslim guy?
They're every fighter on the card is Muslim, Zane.
Islam's Muslim?
Of course he is.
I didn't know that.
All those Russians, all those Dagestans, they're all Muslim.
Okay.
I would say that like 80% of the card is Muslim.
What? Are you serious?
Look through it, of course.
Peter Yan's Muslim?
I think so. I'm not positive on him, but
Manon Farrow, she's definitely
She's not.
Muslim.
No,
Definitely-
she's not.
Definitely Muslim. All right. Yeah. Actually, the French people hate Muslims. Did you know that?
I think there's tons of Muslim people in France.
It is, but they're like super not anti-Semitic. Is that Pablo? They're like super anti-Islamic.
Islamic.
There was like a hijab ban for a little bit. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah. You couldn't wear a hijab for a
The
period of
hijab
time.
is the female
the female covering. Yeah.
covering.
Yeah.
Over the whole face, or
No, just like over your head.
And
Like,
you're not allowed to wear
You
that?
can't wear that. I think you
No,
probably
you
still
can
can't wear
now.
that. No,
Really?
dude. I'll do like a Google search, but keep going through the card. Like,
no, I like this Muslim topic.
really?
So you didn't know that all? I think that's kind of why they put them all on this card.
where France is? So it's not French, as it does not cover the ban apply. Oh, the ban applies to the burqa.
The burqa covers your face.
Yes.
And that's what you can't do.
Yes, it upholds ban. The French court upholds ban on barristers wearing hijab. That's crazy. March 2nd, 2022. You can't wear it in a courtroom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Does your mother wear one?
Dude, I haven't seen my mom in years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, I haven't seen her since I was in like the 7th grade.
Does your stepmom?
No, we're pretty modern.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So my mom would, from what I do remember about my mom, she would only wear it when she prayed, which is kind of like a cop out, if you'd ask me. Because it's like, all right, you're only doing it when you're trying to like speak to God. Like, you should live your life the whole time. My grandma though wears it all the time.
The one that you live with?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
currently like right now?
Yeah.
In the house? No.
In the house, yeah.
You wear it in the house?
I mean, you don't have to, but she does.
So what's covered? Her
Just her hair.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
hair.
yeah. You can't look at a Muslim woman's hair until you get married.
Really?
Yeah, did you know this?
No.
So if they're doing it traditionally and like she's following like I'm not sure what school of thought of Islam this is, and I don't want to come off as like I know everything because it's been a while, man. Like I love pork. Like let's just be honest. Like I'm a terrible Muslim.
Okay.
But if it goes like through the way it should be, like even when you hang out with a woman one-on-one and like let's say she's your girlfriend, or I don't know, you probably can't even have a girlfriend in Islam, but let's say like this person you're interested in, you can't see their hair until you get married.
Really?
Yes.
Still. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very traditional school thought. That's how it was for my aunt and uncle, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How you say that you're a terrible Muslim, I find that there's less like terrible Muslims than there are. Like everyone who says there's Christian is pretty much like they don't really follow Christianity. Like there's tons of
definitely not.
rules in
Yeah.
Christianity too that no one follows.
Yeah.
Like Muslims really do follow it for the most part. You just don't.
No, I just don't.
But for the most part, most people aren't like you, right?
No,
if they say
definitely
they're
not.
Muslim, they're like really follow it.
Dude, most people who are Muslim like just like generally follow. I mean, they might like I don't know, like smoke or something, but that's like biggest thing. Like most people will be like we'll smoke a cigarette, but be like, don't give me pork. Like if
Yeah.
pork comes in my body, like it's done for me.
Did you ever hear Andrew Tate talk about this?
You know, I didn't see him talk about this, but I just saw him and Aljo were hanging out.
Yeah, I saw
Which is
that.
pretty
He's there.
funny.
I hope that
Yeah.
I get to meet him.
You know, the more I listen to him, the more I'm kind of like, this guy's pretty smart.
Dude, he's brilliant. But what he explained how I don't think he identifies as a Muslim, but
Mhm.
he's like, if I were to pick a religion, it would be Islam,
Yeah.
because he's like, it's the last remaining religion. It's the only one people respect. Like
Yeah.
people like make movies mocking Christianity. If you made a movie like mocking like Allah, you'd
Yeah.
get like probably
Yeah.
in a lot of trouble, beat up.
What was the last movie about Christians that was like?
I mean, there's lots
Mel
that like
Gibson.
mock like, pro-Christian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mel Gibson.
Passion of Christ.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
But there's plenty of that like mock it terribly, right?
I don't really know, man.
Yeah.
You know more
there's,
about movies than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Old School.
Oh, dude, I really haven't. Yeah. I'm terrible with that stuff.
But all right, well, back on the fights.
Yeah.
So Bilal Muhammad, you're gonna bet on him?
You
Because
know,
he's Muslim?
no, I just realized how many Muslim people were on this card. I'm gonna bet on Sean Brady.
I mean, it's probably a fight that I wouldn't really bet on in general. It's gonna be close.
Well, I like Sean Brady.
But I think it's gonna be the type of fight that whoever has better striking will win. And that happens sometimes when there's two super high level grapplers.
Mm-hmm.
Because if neither of them can take each other down, then it turns into like a okay kickboxing match,
Mm-hmm.
you know? that was like, well, these guys have higher level striking, but the first fight with Usman and Colby, neither of them could take each other down. They didn't even attempt, but so it was like a good kickboxing fight. But both of them have pretty good kickboxing. I haven't seen enough of Sean Brady standing to say how good his kickboxing is, but still a really good fight. Then we go to the main card, and opening it up, we have Caitlin and Manon Farrow. What do you think?
It should be pretty obvious. I think Caitlyn is gonna do what she does and just walk through this girl.
I really hope that they end up in some grappling exchanges.
I think so too.
I feel like I watched Caitlyn's wrestling the other day, and it looks so good. Like her wrestling and jiu-jitsu, like blending it together. But if it doesn't, I mean, that's fine too. I think to beat Caitlyn, you gotta like, you know, it's hard to beat her in like a striking, like back and forth fight because her output is so high that most people can't maintain that for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And they lose on points just because they just just come up a little short because Caitlyn's output is just so high. Her movement, it gets people very tired to have to keep up with her. So she kind of knows how to win. And I think I've said this before, but winning is a skill. It's the same as like, you know, having a good right hand, or, you know, if you're really strong, or, you know, good wrestling. Just the art of winning is a skill in and of itself. And that starts from like, you know, the fact that she doesn't really get nervous, the fact that she's able to put on weight like crazy fast afterwards and without being like sick feeling. Like that's all related to her, you know, feeling better than everyone, and she doesn't have the nerves. And I think that's why she wins all these, you know, hard fights.
She's like ice cold when she like goes and fights. It's crazy.
She really is.
And then like it's funny like seeing that and then seeing her like nervous to talk to like a pizza delivery guy. It's just like, is this the same person?
Yeah, she really is. Ice cold.
Yeah. I wish more people would be able to like see her jiu-jitsu.
I know. I want there to be grappling exchanges.
Did we talk about her getting her black belt on the podcast?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, which is why I'm like kind of confused.
I don't remember, but yeah, now Caitlin's a black belt.
Most well-deserved black belt ever, I would say.
I don't know. Yeah, she's definitely.
Yeah, she's so good. There's certain things in like Caitlin's game that like just aren't like, you can't like teach it to somebody else. And I'm not gonna give it away. I mean, like the fight's like it's gonna come out like after before the fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say anything, but like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. She's good at a lot of different things. But yeah, so definitely going with Caitlin there.
Whatever I get paid this week, Caitlin, I'm betting it on you.
So what's the next fight? Is it
Dariush and Gamrot.
And Gamrot. That's another. It's a similar fight to Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady in the fact that they're both really good wrestling jiu-jitsu guys. I think that Gamrot maybe has a little better takedowns, better, but Dariush is so good at that it's not going to really become an issue, I think. But Dariush could put people out. He's knocked out a bunch of people, like with spinning back fists and like crazy stuff. So he's pretty explosive. I mean, Drew Dober he knocked out, but he's beaten a lot of really good guys. He fucked up Tony Ferguson, but he's a little bit more dynamic in his striking, I think. I think if that fight stays standing, that Dariush will get the win. And then that really puts him in a position to probably fight for the title, or definitely should fight for the title. That's a fun fight, though, that people probably aren't super familiar with.
Who's got the... Oliveira has the belt at lightweight?
No one has the belt at lightweight, technically.
No one.
Yeah.
Because
they stripped him because he missed weight.
Yeah, I remember that. And it wasn't that like the scale's fault? It wasn't his.
Some people say that. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
So then what's the next fight?
Jan O'Malley.
Oh, Jan O'Malley.
You gotta put your money on Jan.
I mean, I think that Jan is gonna fuck him up, but the more I like see things on Sean O'Malley, he's like very confident, and I don't know. He definitely knocks people out, and he's accurate, long striker. But Peter Yan is like, he keeps his hands so high. Like if you're headhunting on him, I think you're going to have a hard time because he blocks everything with his hands. His hands are always right by his face, like a boxer, like a legit boxer, which is his background. So I think the guys who have success with him are the ones who take advantage of his hands being so high and they attack his legs or attack his body, like Aljamain.
Yep.
Like Aljamain, his hands were so high. Aljamain shot from way out in the open, got to a double leg or got to, his legs and was able to take him down and, do well on the ground. Sandhagen, he went to the body a lot, kicking him to the body and, kicking his legs. But I think that O'Malley headhunts a little bit too much, that it's not going to be much of an issue for Peter Yan. And I see Peter Yan winning, but this is probably the first 3-round fight that Peter Yan has fought in like a number of years. He's always a main event. And he notoriously starts very slow. Like the first round, he almost does nothing. He almost always loses the first round. The second round, he starts warming up, starts doing a little better. That round's usually close. Then he cruises through the next 3, dominates the next 3. In a 3-round fight, you can't do that.
Yes.
Because if you lose that first round, then you have to win the next 2. That's a lot of pressure. That's hard to do because you could slip one time and, end up on bottom and they hold you down for the next 4 minutes and you lost that round and now you have to finish. So he needs to start fast. If you're used to that 5-round fight, I think that, you have to really, he's obviously one of the best in the world, so I'm sure he is going to address that, but he can't start slow against O'Malley because then he will probably lose.
Do you think most champions in their sport are like fast starters or do you think they're like slower?
I think that it changes. That's what, like Chael Sonnen always like criticizes the fact that a title fight or a main event is almost 50% longer than every other fight. It's 5 instead of 3. And it like doesn't make sense. Like the Super Bowl, you don't play like 6 quarters.
Yes.
Right? You still play 4. It's the same.
Yes.
Nothing changes. So it doesn't really make sense for that because it does make a huge difference. You could be like really good in 3 rounds and not so good in 5.
Yes.
Or really good in 5 and not so good in 3, like if you're a slow starter. Caitlin's figured it out, obviously, over a long career, but she is probably someone who's better at 5-round fights because she could go. Her cardio is so good. She could just keeps getting better. The more she's comfortable, the more she is like, more in the fight, the better she does. She used to have a little bit of an issue of starting slow, but I think she's fixed that. I think she fixed that like 4 years ago, but that it's a big difference. Someone who always fights 5-round fights and now this is a 3. That's the only reason where I sort of think O'Malley has a chance, but I see Peter Yan getting it done. Then what do we have? Aljamain?
Aljo Dillashaw.
I think that Dillashaw, like on paper, is probably like better. Like he's got better striking. He's more dynamic with a lot of his movements and stuff. But I think he's fought maybe one time in the last like 4 years, and Aljamain fights all the time. Aljamain I would describe as like a specialist. Like he's like great grappling. He takes someone down and is probably the best person in the UFC when he has their back. I think that Aljamain will eventually find his way to a leg or some type of wrestling exchange, take his back and just kind of control him, or even you finish him from the back, but it'll be on the ground. I don't think Dillashaw is active enough anymore to be able to beat someone like Aljamain.
How old is he?
No, he's not. How old is he? 37? 36?
Yeah.
But what's Aljamain? 34?
33?
33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is a little bit old. But the fact that it's not so much the age, it's more like the layoff.
Oh, it's been a long time since he's fought.
He hasn't fought because he was suspended for 2 years. Then he came back and he fought one time. Then he like tore his knee and then missed another full year. And this is his first fight. So in like 3 or 4 years, this is his second fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I think that Aljamain will just figure it out, get to his positions, because he's a lot taller and longer. He'll be able to keep him away, and then should end up on top at some point. And then Aljamain's just a motherfucker on him once he gets a takedown. Have you trained with him much?
I have. It's insane.
How do you do with him?
I mean, it was a while ago, but not well. You know, he like passed my guard, and it's crazy because like Aljo, like you would think for like an MMA fighter like wouldn't have like.
But you haven't trained with him for a long time.
No, just like every now and then. But he's really fucking good. Like I've seen like him do like things to like really good black belts that we train with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Really good.
Yeah, just like tear him apart.
And but when you blend it with the wrestling and the striking and everything, then it really shines.
He's also a really great teacher too.
Is he?
I've seen him like teach classes as well. Yeah, just like using like weird things that you wouldn't even think of like MMA, like X guard and stuff, like stuff off your back. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Well, the Funk Master, right?
Yeah.
So he's good at like that weird stuff.
Yeah, that's a great nickname.
Definitely. Then the main event.
Yep.
Islam and Charles.
Did you see? I think the Diaz brothers like gave like Islam like a crazy like over on Oliveira on their website.
What do you mean?
He's got like some like crazy like number. I think like Oliveira is like a crazy underdog, like plus 800 or something.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I think that Oliveira definitely has better striking. He's really good striking. He knocks a lot of people out. And he's so dangerous on the mat, but I think sometimes people they're not confused, but they forget that Islam is not the same person as Khabib. They think just because he's like very close with Khabib and trains with him and Khabib, vouches for him, that he's going to just do what Khabib did to everyone. He's not the same person. That's not to say that maybe he's better, but he's not the same person, I'm not sure exactly who will win, obviously, but I kind of think that Islam will be able to get the takedowns and probably I think it'll be not an exciting fight if Islam wins. If Charles wins, it'll be a thrilling fight.
Like a finish.
Yeah, like just like if it's more standing and he can't get the takedowns and he's like tagging him and it's more like striking, then I think Charles wins. If it's takedown and hold him down and, just kind of smother him for 5 rounds and win 50-45, then Islam wins. So in a boring fight, Islam. In a thrilling, exciting fight, Charles. But if I had to pick, I probably will go with Islam. Slight edge. Even though I think Charles is kind of like in the fight before with TJ and Aljamain, I think Charles is a little more dynamic, better at different things, more things. But I think that ultimately Islam's grappling will just be able to pressure and smother him into a win.
Is Charles a better striker?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
That's crazy.
Charles is like amazing at everything, like super high level.
No weaknesses at all?
I mean, not really.
Let me make sure that to turn the recording again.
Yeah, he's great at everything.
But like not like one thing.
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
Would you say he was a good striker?
No. I wouldn't say he was like amazing striking, but you don't have to be.
What do you mean?
Right? You don't have to be amazing at striking and amazing at grappling.
That's true.
You have to be proficient at everything, but not a lot of people are like equally as good at striking as they are at grappling.
Do you think there's anybody like that?
I think John Jones is like that.
Do you think he'll ever fight again?
I think so. I think John Jones, if you were to say, what's he better at, striking or wrestling or grappling? I mean, I don't know what he's better at. Sometimes he wants to wrestle and he'll fucking take down Daniel Cormier and fuck him up the whole fight on the ground.
Yeah.
But then sometimes he'll just stand the entire time and pick people apart without throwing, without even attempting a takedown. I'd say he's like an example of someone who's equally good at both. But that's about it that I could think of that's super high level at both.
Did you hear that thing about Daniel's steroid test come back positive from their fight?
Daniel Cormier's?
Yeah.
No, when?
He tested positive during their fight, apparently.
When was that? Is this in the news now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why
Apparently,
years
it came out
later?
last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure, Zane?
I'll search it up right now. Daniel Cormier steroid test.
Let's not start a rumor.
No, but I mean, like, listen, I don't even know Daniel from like MMA. Like, I watched him back when he was at Okie State.
Yeah.
When Kale did he tech him in the finals? I think he.
You did not watch that match.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
It was in the year 1999.
Well, I watched on YouTube. I didn't watch it.
You were not even alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that was before I was even in college.
Really? Oh my god.
It was in 1999.
Yeah, I have
Or it was 2000.
Hold up. Failed drug test. Daniel Cormier steroid test positive. Where'd it go? Chose Cormier following cheater comments. All right, I'm gonna have to find it to you later, but it was a headline.
Let's not start a rumor.
Well, I mean, who's gonna say something?
I saw something interesting online. Did you see? Do you know who Bryce Mitchell is?
Bryce Mitchell. It sounds very familiar. Oh, is he?
He's like that, like from Arkansas, like super country guy. He's always talking about like guns and anti-government stuff.
Bryce Mitchell. If I see a picture of him, I'll definitely know.
Yeah.
His name. He's the first search on. Oh, okay. The guy from he's in the UFC.
Yeah, he's in the UFC.
Yeah.
So did you see his most recent Instagram post?
No. What did he post?
Oh,
Let me
you
just
should-
make sure we're recording real quick. That's important. Yeah, we are. All right, we're good.
So do you want to watch it like on the air?
I guess so. I mean, why not? Or you can summarize it for me.
Well, I think you should watch like a little bit of it anyway. You
All
get
right.
the idea. But so I wonder if I got.
He looks scary, man.
Yeah. So he always talks about like crazy, like almost like QAnon type stuff, but
Yeah.
like super like pro gun and everything else. So this is what he was. Watch this. So he's talking about. He's calling out Joe Rogan, and he's calling out Joe Rogan for
A fight?
a debate.
Okay.
He's calling out Joe Rogan for being anti-flat Earth, because Joe Rogan says that how ridiculous it is to say the Earth is flat,
Yeah.
and this guy's like a flat earther, and he's saying he'll debate him anytime. But it's very funny. You watch the video.
Hey, I'm here to call out Joe Rogan for talking crap about me and talking crap about my mama. He's been doing it for too long. Me and my mama will tell you right now this earth is flat. It ain't moving around at no 600-something thousand miles an hour, spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and floating through the universe constantly. Okay, this earth is flat, it's fixed, and the stars and stuff rotate around us. The sun rotates around us. Okay, and I can prove that. I would love to debate you, Joe Rogan, because I'm tired of you making fun of flat earthers. And if you're so confident, come on and debate me, buddy, because I'm tired of this crap you're posting. You want to post a video today about a mathematician that says the universe is local, but it ain't real. What does that even mean? That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo crap, brother. And the guy is holding a trident in the picture. And y'all think I'm crazy for thinking that this is a religious thing. He's holding a trident, a symbol of the devil. They're trying to feed you these lies to make you think that science is right and that God didn't create this universe, the Big Bang did. Okay, I used to be an atheist because I used to believe that this universe was created by the Big Bang. I used to believe all that crap from Neil deGrasse Tyson, okay? And I'm just so sick and tired of hearing your crap, Joe, about flat earthers being stupid. Boy, I'll smoke you in a debate. I will smoke you, and there ain't nothing you can do beat me in a debate, brother, because you ain't got no proof. Gravity ain't real, it's density.
All right, I gotta.
Okay,
I
so
gotta
you
stop.
get it.
I gotta stop.
So
Yeah.
you get it.
I
So,
do. You know how you can tell someone like flunked out of high school? Is crazy.
Is that satire or is he being serious?
Looking at his facial expression, I really can't tell because he's smiling a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like people like that, like who are like such a character, they definitely have to know what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate believes most of what he's saying.
He believes most of what he's saying, but I feel like he like plays it up.
He like, yeah,
you know?
like, yeah.
I mean, he was like a chess like grandmaster when he
Right.
from a young age. Like
Yeah.
he's smart. Like he knows.
But you think this is satire or he's serious?
it has to be satire?
I don't know. I kind of think he's serious. Usually I don't. I think people are just, trying to
Mm-hmm.
be a character or do something for views and stuff. But I don't think that's the case with him.
Well, dude,
He's
I mean, you could be
serious.
just trying to get like a platform. You know what I mean?
Could be, but
Yeah.
I kind of think that's legit.
What makes you
So
think that?
is just because his consistency. He's always saying stuff like that. That was one of the most
Really?
extreme things. I actually really like him, and I like anyone who's like not afraid to say like crazy shit,
Yeah.
and like no matter what. I like people who aren't afraid to say crazy stuff.
God, I know a guy you would love,
Yeah,
and
who?
I don't know if I can talk about this on air for his
Why?
privacy. But you've trained with him. You know who he is.
I do.
Ponytail.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, he says some crazy stuff?
Oh, dude, let me tell you after. Let me tell you after the show.
Yeah.
He said something to me last night, and I've been
Yeah,
thinking about it
I
all
like
day.
people who have
Yeah.
like balls to say stuff. Even if I don't agree with it, I think it's cool.
Mhm.
But I thought that was super funny. Like just an adamant believer that the earth is flat.
You'd be great in a debate.
I would be?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. What,
I think
what?
so, dude. I feel like you can like argue your point pretty well
I don't really have
on
a point.
topics. But like no, you have like opinions though. You know what I mean? Like if you weren't a jock, you would definitely be on the debate team.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. Then the other thing, then we'll kind of wrap it up because you got to train. Did you see
No, that's fine.
I'll
go late.
Did you see that Gordon Ryan's Instagram got deleted?
Yeah, I mean, it was a matter of time, honestly, but I'm just surprised it happened.
Did you see why it happened?
No.
Do you want to?
Do you like? Is there like insider information?
No, it's a video, a specific video. He sent it to me, but
Instagram sent him a video about why it got deleted.
He knows why, because he had said he got deleted for like
Mhm.
encouraging suicide
By
and
telling people to kill themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So this was the video. We could put it
Yeah.
again, but so this is the message Gordon sent.
to AJ.
Here's the deal. This is too important to not say anything about. Mental illness is a very serious issue that should not be taken lightly by
shut
anyone,
up.
especially in a community that is built around improving people's lives. There's really no place where this level of toxicity should take root. So, yeah, I'm calling this dude out for it. Fact of the matter is, he has a habit of acting like this towards me and to people whom I love and respect. I'm not going to stand for it, and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. No one should. He can pretend all he wants that he doesn't see this or whatever, but I know you're watching, and I won't stand for it. I won't ever stand for it, and I'm not going to allow it to continue to plague our families and the people we love. So, on behalf of the countless lives lost to suicide, I want to fight this dude. Not in a grappling match or a jiu-jitsu match, in a cage, a locked cage where it has nowhere to run and hide. And since I'm significantly smaller than you, it should be easy for your pro debut, right? Or you can choose to stop. But if you don't, let's fight.
Okay. So
Well-
how do you feel about that, Zane?
Well, that's just, it's a load of bullshit. Like, you're telling me AJ Agazarm has never told someone to kill themselves?
I mean, I bet he probably hasn't. That's a pretty specific thing to say. I don't know that I've necessarily probably told someone, "Well, kill yourself."
No, but like even like I just feel like
But-
he's using this.
All he's really trying to do is use Gordon to get
Mhm.
like some publicity around him.
Yeah.
And then also like kind of lean into like the woke end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the victimization part of it, like he's a
I-
victim.
I hate the
But so that's kind of what he's doing, like
Yeah.
leaning into that, like, oh, I'll tear down Gordon and then get some, woke jujitsu people behind me.
Yeah.
You know,
But do you really think there are woke jiu-jitsu people?
I'm sure there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't met any. So
But I mean, Gordon is just kind of wild with stuff like that, and that's kind of why everyone loves him, because he
Mhm.
does what he wants. Not everyone loves him, but a lot
Mhm.
of people do. But now that he lost his Instagram, I mean, who knows if it'll even come back?
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, he's got his backup.
he's got his backup, but
yeah.
he had like 700,000 followers that are super engaged. I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
get it back quick, but that's a big hit to do to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then to say you want to fight him, like all you're really saying is, well, Gordon gets a lot of money when he competes because the viewership is high. So I could get a payday by fighting Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
right? So obviously Gordon, I think, would smash him because that guy's a jiu-jitsu guy. Like the
Mhm.
fight would be a jiu-jitsu match, right?
AJ didn't do MMA.
No, he's done MMA, but
Yeah.
he's not like a striker.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like someone with very good striking would beat Gordon if they could stop takedowns.
Yes.
But if you don't have striking and you have to rely on your jiu-jitsu to win, you're going to have a hard time beating Gordon, right?
Yes, 100%.
So I think Gordon should say, all right, yeah, I'll fight you, but there's no purse. The winner and loser both have to donate their purse to charity, or the loser has to donate their purse to charity.
Oh, God.
So then you can't you can't make money off him, because otherwise you're really just giving him like a really good payday.
Yeah.
Because if it made it like some bullshit organization picked that up and was like, yeah, we'll do a pay-per-view, it probably would sell a lot.
I think so, at least in the jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big community.
Yeah.
So Gordon should say, make it a deal. Like both purses are put in an escrow account. Either winner take all, or the loser has to donate theirs to charity. No, probably winner take all would be the best thing.
But Gordon would never accept that.
Well, I think he would never accept it just because he wouldn't want this guy to make money off him.
No, 100%. But I just also think that he'd just be like, this guy isn't worth my time.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Yeah,
but
AJ.
I mean, I don't know him. I've heard about him for a long time.
Yeah.
I know that like him and Jake Shields have gotten into it a couple times.
He lost like first round at ADCC.
Yeah, but he's been around a long time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
he's a good grappler.
Oh yeah, dude, he's definitely like beating people that are
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can't really come at Gordon with something like that.
No, not at all. But Gordon has said some crazy stuff. But I feel like
he definitely says crazy stuff. But like, there is nothing. I always say this. There's nothing that anyone can say to me, especially someone I don't really know, like that would insult me or hurt my feelings or offend me.
Yes.
I can never be offended by something that a stranger says to me,
100%.
or like a random person. Like if you're fucking, someone you're close to thinks that calls you a loser, or says your wife calls you ugly, or you got a little dick or something like that, that would hurt your feelings.
Yes,
right?
100%,
Because
yes.
you're like emotionally connected to that person. But if a random person like told me like you should kill yourself, I'd be like, okay, like it would not even buzz me.
Yeah, no,
right?
I see what you're going from. Yeah.
Or like, I mean, anything. Like, there's nothing someone could say to me. Oh, you're fucking ugly, or you're stupid. Okay, nothing would ever offend me that someone says. I don't understand how someone could be that offended. You're gonna post a video and like try to like ruin this person's livelihood.
Well, it's like
'cause
what
he
you're
said to
saying.
kill
It's for
yourself?
clout.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't pretend that you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Josh Hinger. Does he?
Yeah.
That name ring a bell? Yeah.
Gordon always is on him, right?
Yeah,
About
yeah,
being
yeah. He
homeless
just
and
posted
stuff.
something about Gordon too. Actually,
What he said?
remember when Herbert like posted that when him and Herbert were getting into stuff? Yeah, the
And
screenshots
Gordon
from
said something
that.
about his daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like it like isn't that
Yeah.
serious, but like just like people will find any excuse to tear him down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, because if you say something to him, then that's gonna get like viral.
Yes. 100%.
It's the same reason like mainstream media like comes at Joe Rogan,
Yes.
right? So this is just on a smaller scale,
Mm-hmm.
but you attach, that's how you're gonna get some views and likes.
It's funny how like everyone in the grappling community just like knows each other.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but it's kind of funny that Gordon would just message him that like after the tournament, like better luck next time, champ. Suicide's always an option. Like that's such a cold thing to
Yeah.
do, because like how would he even know that guy competed?
Yeah.
Like Gordon doesn't miss a fucking thing. He knows exactly what he's doing. All of his like decisions with like social media and stuff are so calculated.
Actually?
100%. Yeah.
So you
He
think
knows
he's this
exactly
like
what he's doing.
inflammatory just like to
Oh my
make
God.
money?
He's brilliant with that stuff. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But now that you could get deleted,
Mhm.
that sucks.
Why don't you start beef?
For what?
I don't know, clout, money.
What do I need clout for?
Well, maybe you'll sell more. Maybe we can sell even more instructionals.
No, I don't think that works like that.
No, you don't think
Not
so?
for me. I mean, if you're also the best in the world, then it helps you.
I think you're the best in the world.
Best what?
Underhook. Best
Yeah.
underhook in the world.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's a very nice thing to say, but that's probably not accurate.
Think you're being coy.
So what else? Anything else? I really carried this.
You really did. You did a great job. I'm honestly so dry this week because I've just been like working. I've been like realizing what it's like to like be financially independent as an adult. And it's crazy, man. It is so hard. Like every time I make $1, I'm like, oh man, Kyle, I think about that seminar you taught in New Jersey to like make it back home. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. Every time I make $1, I'm like, oh man, Kyle would be
You're
so
killing
proud.
it though now.
I think so.
You just keep growing.
I'm trying
That's amazing.
because I have you guys that like motivate me. Like I watch what you guys do all the time. I'm like, I'm not doing half of that.
That's amazing. You're
You
killing
know?
it. I wish you were coming to Abu Dhabi.
Me too. Me
Should
too.
come.
Yeah, let me book a last minute flight. Is that gonna be fun? Do you have any plans when you get there?
Yeah. We're staying like a few extra nights, but because the fight is in Abu Dhabi, but we're staying a few extra nights in Dubai. We're staying at a really nice hotel. It's called like the Address, I think. It's supposed to be really nice.
That is very funny.
Address?
No. So I remember I hopped onto like Caitlin's email to, like upload like last week's video.
Okay.
And I saw like and like as I'm like typing in like Google like YouTube to like put the video up, I see like fun places to stay in Abu Dhabi, the address, and I'm like, oh, you picked it.
Yeah, it looks like a cool place. It's called like the Marina or something, but I guess it's cool like nightlife and you know.
When are you guys coming back?
I don't even know. Like Thursday or something.
Next Thursday?
Or Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're also doing like a thing where you go out into the desert and you like ride camels.
Oh, dude, riding a camel is the craziest fucking thing.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Cause I'm scared of heights.
How high is it?
It's not that it's high. It's just that, like it feels unstable when you're riding a camel.
Really?
Yeah, because you wouldn't. It's like riding a horse is one thing. You know what I mean?
It's harder.
I wouldn't say it's harder. It just feels weird.
Really?
Because like the legs are so long, and like each step it takes, like you feel like I could topple at any second.
Wow.
I mean, granted, I was also like 4 when I rode my first camel, but it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of camel experience.
Camel riding industry is big in Pakistan.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and then
Yeah.
you know, just nightlife. Hopefully, hanging out with. Oh, you know what's funny is you know who messaged Caitlin?
Liver King.
Liver King.
Yeah.
He said that he wanted to meet up at least for a fist bump.
Is she going to?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, definitely.
God,
and then
poor
he's like, I
Tyler.
knew you were a primal. That's what he messaged.
Poor Tyler.
He said, I
bro.
knew you were a primal.
God, they should do a video.
Oh my God, definitely.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like I would never like ask someone for a picture for the most part. Like even when I met, like I was like hung out with Rogan when I was with Gordon that day. I didn't like want to get a picture. I just like probably everyone ask him, but I would probably get one with Liver King just because of how silly it is.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
It's like getting a picture with like Mickey Mouse though. He's not like a real person, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Mickey Mouse.
I remember when I talked to Caitlin about it, she told me, I was like, him and Kyle have to like take a picture, but like Kyle has to take his shirt off.
No way. He's
Yeah.
ripped.
Have you like heard like his like thing about like sunning your balls?
Yeah.
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 It's kind of crazy, man. Like I feel like he also is like probably just like I don't think he's actually like that.
No, I don't think so either. But
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. He's very successful. He's rich as fuck.
Yeah, dude, of course.
But I don't know if he's really eating all that stuff all the time.
Are you gonna,
maybe.
if he offers you liver, will you try it?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would try that.
God, I don't know if I ever could.
So I'd
man.
get a picture with him, and then also, hopefully we get to meet Andrew Tate there.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If I give you,
It'd be funny if Caitlyn gets a picture with him because he's supposed to like everyone thinks he hates women and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So if Caitlin's like the nicest guy.
I like his brother a lot too. I forgot his name.
Tristan.
He's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
He
seems cool.
I'm gonna bring. If I give you guys like a camera, will you guys like do a podcast there with them?
I don't know if we could just do that.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You have to ask. But
yeah,
like,
but I mean, Caitlin's gonna be kind of busy.
well, like after the fight. After.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they're hanging around. It's
Well-
probably a big deal to get them on your podcast, right?
Well, I mean, burn the boats, baby. Let's get viral.
That would get us viral, for
Right?
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
And you don't even need to. I'll tell you like how to do it later. But like I'm telling you could do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's something to think about.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of characters there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun week, but we'll be back next week with Caitlin, and hopefully we'll get a guest on.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
Thanks,
excited.
Dane.
Thank you, Kyle.
That was fun.
Are we done?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.